Buying a home is indeed a significant advancement in anybody's life, and if you are out there in Nigeria in 2024 looking for a home to buy, I want to start this video by saying congratulations and toilet to you because you are an Odomu. I also want to tell you to suspend the purchase of that house. Sit down and watch this video first to avoid stories that touch the hearts. Yes, this video has the potential to save you money, make you money, and also make sure that you don't leave money on the table as you approach that deal with confidence. Please note that this video is a continuation to my most recent video, or you can call it part 2 of my video titled Comprehensive Guide to a Detailed Due Diligence. As that part 1 was focused on land buyers, this is going to be focused on those who wants to buy a home or a house for business purpose or for investment purpose. In the part 1, we talked about how to handle a physical inspection, how to pick up the land coordinates, how to conduct a search at the land registry, how to conduct a search at the Corporate Affairs Commission in case you are buying a property that belongs to a corporate body. We talked about how to carry out the grapevine investigation, and we rounded it up with how to verify the title and documents of the property. In this episode, I'm about to give you my special checklist that you must use when buying that house of your dream, whether be it a home or a property for investment purpose. And with this checklist, you will never go wrong investing in real estate. So therefore, let's dive in. Number 1, value to price ratio. Value is the intrinsic worth of the property you want to buy, while price is what the seller is asking you for in exchange for the property. It is always important to understand the intrinsic worth of the property you want to buy before going into negotiation with the seller. In the course of learning about the intrinsic worth of the property, which your consultant will always do for you if you are working with the right consultant, it's important to find out the average price of similar properties within that neighborhood. My parameter for this investigation is usually similar properties within 10-kilometer radius of my target property. If the price of the property is way below market value, it could be because of 2 major things. 1, it could be a red flag that you are dealing with a fraudster, or it could be a distress sales. If the property is overpriced, you can use the information gathered during your investigation to bid down the price or go for other options. Whether overpriced or underpriced, it's always important to complete your due diligence process. You can do this using the information on the part 1 of this video, as well as the ones I'm about to give you in this part 2 right now. And please don't constrain yourself with deadlines that may be given to you by these developers, and at the same time you should know where to draw the line. Please avoid analysis that leads to paralysis. At least you should have a basic skill of understanding opportunities when you see it, so that you don't miss out on good opportunities. And please beware of cheap properties. In most cases, there could be hidden dangers attached to this property, and in very few cases, you could be lucky. Now, the second on my list is understanding the demographical behavior of the neighborhood where you want to purchase this property. Demographical behavior refers to pattern that is prevalent in the location where you want to purchase this property, and it is affected by gender, age, income, education, lifestyle, and culture that is prevalent in that location. It influences consumers' preferences, lifestyle, purchasing power, choices, and communication styles. Before any investment decision is made, especially real estate investment decision, it is important to understand demographical behavior of the neighborhood, as it will help you tailor your investment to meet with the kind of people within that particular neighborhood, as this will have a very good effect on your returns on investments. Understanding demographical behavior is very important before making any real estate investment decision, as it will help you tailor your investment effectively. For instance, the average person in Lekki Phase 1 is 45 years old, married to one wife, has 2 kids, and an annual income of about 9.6 million naira, and this can explain the reason 2-bedroom apartments are in very high demand in Lekki Phase 1, and these 2-bedroom usually rent at an average of 3 million naira, sometimes between 2.5 million naira and 6 million naira, depending on facilities provided and closeness to city center. This may not be the same for other neighborhoods like Ikeja, Victoria Island, Ajah, Ikoyi, Ipaja, Surulere, Mushi, and other neighborhoods around Lagos. Understanding the demographical behavior of the neighborhood where you want to invest and supplying the right demand will have a very positive impact on your returns on investment. The third on my list is neighborhood check. Imagine spending your hard-earned money developing a property within a neighborhood, and now you are forced to lower your price because there are no qualified tenants coming for your property. Sometimes your most qualified tenants cannot wait for their rent to expire to vacate your property, and now you are waiting for 2 months, you are waiting for 5 months, you are waiting for 9 months, and your property is vacant for all this period, waiting for another tenant to come and occupy this property. Most of your tenants are people that have no choice. Already they are sitting on your quick notice for 2 years and they have no money to park. This is the reason neighborhood check is very important before putting your money in real estate. You can't afford to buy a property in an area that has high security threat, and at the same time you want to make sure that your property is in an area that has access to facilities like schools, hospitals, restaurants, markets, and other things that make life easy. And again, study the demographical behavior to be sure you are supplying the right demand for the neighborhood, as you can't afford to build a contemporary 5-bedroom duplex in area like Ajambadi, and at the same time you can't afford to build a multi-tenanted apartment like the face my face structure for people in Ikoyi. Either of these will have a negative impact on your returns on investments. Now, the fourth on my list is structural integrity tests. Structural integrity assessment is a process by which we determine how reliable an existing structure can carry current and future load and fulfill the task for a specific time frame. It is a fundamental facet of engineering that deals with the ability of a structure to support a design structural load without breaking it down. In short, structural integrity is used to determine the fitness and durability of a building. The average life expectancy of an average house is 50 years, and this does not mean that the house will collapse after 50 years. It is advised that structural integrity is carried out every 10 years, as this will prolong the lifespan of that building for another 50 years. This test will reveal areas of weakness and deformities so that proper maintenance can be done on this property. It also reveals the deterioration on structures. Usually, after the first 10 years, there is always major deterioration caused by earth movement, corrosion, creep, fatigue, wear, tear, cracks, etc. Houses in areas like Lagos, Cross River, Port Harcourt, Bayelsa are most affected by corrosions, especially the ones closer to Atlantic Ocean due to the saltness of the ocean. The first sign of structural deficiency begins with cracks from regions of high stress, and this is usually a sign that the house may not be able to carry subsequent loads in the future and may collapse if major maintenance are not carried out. Structural integrity tests will also reveal construction errors caused by hiring cheap labor, which will directly result in poor workmanship. The use of substandard materials, the use of defective materials, lack of proper operational conditions, lack of proper environmental conditions, not following manufacturing procedures, etc. Engineers combine an array of considerations into the design process, such as past structural failures, material performance, stress analysis, and fracture mechanics to ascertain the structural integrity of a building. Please, it is not just important to include structural integrity tests in your list of due diligence. It is necessary. In fact, it is very, very important when buying a house that is more than 5 years old, as it will help mitigate the risk of building collapse. My dear, don't be scared. It is not as costly as you think. In fact, it is very, very affordable. And now, the fifth on my list is cost maintenance analysis. If you are like me, who love fix and flip or value add, then you must need to learn cost maintenance analysis. Maintenance costs are the direct expenses incurred as a result of keeping this property at optimal working condition. Therefore, it is highly recommended for property buyers to start by knowing the age of the house, maintenance history, the state of the roof, plumbing, water supply system, electrical wiring conditions, etc. If these are not properly investigated and analyzed even before you purchase the property, just know that unprecedented expenses might be brewing around the corner. Now, the last but not the least on my list is this. You must start your due diligence with everything mentioned in the part 1 of this video, as that part 1 is the basics of due diligence in real estate. This part 2, though important, might be seen as secondary. And if you are yet to see that part 1, you can watch the video right here. Finally, a real estate transaction is not just an exchange of money for property. It is an intentional act one makes to advance and protect the future, and it is a sure key to financial freedom if done right. Not every property fits your investment purpose, and not every investment fits every location. Before you start putting your money into real estate, please, you need to learn the act of doing detailed due diligence, or you need to have someone in your team who is very skillful in conducting a detailed due diligence. My name is Anthony from Real Estate Investment GPS, and I am your sure guide to the right real estate investment decisions. We also help you manage your properties for maximum cash flow and proper maintenance. Thank you for watching, and if you are yet to see that part 1, you can watch the video right here.